Well, hello there, anyone. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever or if ever you are watching this video. Well, this is a contest entry for the channel Rachel's Ghost. And I guess you all know who Rachel is. She started up a couple of years ago with a channel called Rachel the Music Man. And she did the regular live streaming twice a day for a couple of years, and then suddenly her channel was taken off, and now she's back, resurrected with a channel called Rachel's Ghost. And I think this contest is a push to 1,000 subscribers, which she has surpassed by far. But anyway, I think she has an awesome channel, and I really like popping by her live streams whenever I get the chance. These days the live streams are more irregular and not twice a day anymore, I believe, but whenever I get the chance, I pop by. And she has 3 questions in her contest, and one is show an album or something music related which has something to do with a ghost. So I'll start there. I'm prepared, but things aren't in order. I'll start off with an obscure Birmingham group from back in the day called The Ghost, not to be confused with the Swedish metal band Ghost. As mentioned, these cats were from Birmingham, and the guitar player here, let me see, Paul Eastman, was previous in the band Velvet Fog. They released only this album and a couple of singles called, this album was called When You're Dead 1 Second, and a couple of singles off of the album before they disbanded. This is a hodgepodge of folk, psychedelia and hard rock. Whimsical and very British. Just love it. So that's The Ghost for you. The Ghost, When You're Dead 1 Second. The next question was a comeback, and I opted for a favorite band of mine, Sleep. Sleep originally was called Asbestos Death in the late 80s, I believe, and they released 2 EPs before they lost one of their guitar players to another band, and they regrouped as Sleep. And this is their first album, Volume 1, from the early 91, I believe. Their follow-up is the much acclaimed Sleep's Holy Mountain from 1992. And then they went into the studio to record their masterpiece, which was to be called Dope Smoker, an hour-long epic song about the hashish caravan through the deserts. The record company didn't like the idea, and they chopped the 1 hour-long song up into 6 different pieces and released it as Jerusalem. By this time the band Sleep had gone their separate ways, unfortunately. But in 2014 they regrouped, sadly without their original drummer Chris Harkius. As we might know, Sleep went into 2 different directions. Both Chris Harkius and Al Cisneros, the bass player and drummer, formed a sludgy, doomy bass, drums, metal sort of band, which I also love. And Matt Pike, the guitar player, went and started High on Fire. But in 2014 they regrouped, but this time around with Jason Schroeder as their drummer, the drummer from Neurosis, and this is a mighty fine comeback. And they followed up with another LP called Sciences, which I also find quite enjoyable, a strong comeback album. in the same vein as earlier Sleep works, but with better production, better sound, and Al Cisneros has sort of mellowed his vocals, but the music certainly isn't mellow. This is the Sleep just as we love them. So that's a nice comeback album. And then the third question is something associated with Michael at 45 RPM Audiophile. He's the one who sort of bumped Rachel over the 1,000 subs count, and he's a very nice gentleman from Germany, very into good audiophile pressings, comparing different releases and giving awesome tips for those who are into the best sounding LP releases. So, and I immediately thought about one of my favorite music genres, and Michael, he's from Germany, so of course it had to be some krautrock. So what else than one of the most famous krautrock bands, and one of the members is called Michael Roter, namely Neu 1, Neu 2 and Neu 75. 3 must-haves if you are into German progressive experimental music. So that's my contest entry for Rachel's Ghost. If you haven't already, go over to her channel and give her your subscription. I'll leave a link below. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.